This is Tom Myers, Superintendent of the Bellevue Community School District in Bellevue, Iowa, coming to you with this week's Believe in the Blue update. Want to give you a quick rundown of a few things going on. First, I want to tell you about the Academy. The Drum and Bugle Corps from Arizona is actually being hosted by Bellevue Community School District and Bellevue High School. The Music Boosters and the music program are hosting them this week. They are going to be here. This is Wednesday. They are here all day today and most of the day tomorrow. They have a performance tonight at 9:30 p.m. Recognize these students here that are doing this up to the ages of 21 participate virtually all summer long and travel across the United States. From what I've been told, the Academy is one of the top 10 drum marching band groups in the country. They're practicing here, so it's a great experience. So tonight at 9:30 there is a performance, and also tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 before they participate in a performance at Dubuque with several other marching groups that way Thursday evening. So I wanted to let you know that. Second thing, boys baseball has a game tomorrow night at Cole Park, and that begins at 7 o'clock. They will play Kelmus Wheatland. There's a game before that between Marquette Catholic and El Burnett that way, but come out tomorrow night, support the Comets. Once again, we play at 7 o'clock or right around that time at Cole Park, a state district game. If we win that game, then we would play on Saturday evening. Right now, that's tentatively scheduled to be at El Burnett, so I want to let you know that. Registration August 1st and 2nd, first day of school August 23rd. First day of practice for high school athletics, August 8th. Those are some things you may want to know that way. I want to pass along. We had a board meeting on Monday evening and want to give you some information on that we had there that took place. We had some open enrollments approved that way. We had Jesse Bakey, who is going to be the new art teacher. Mr. Rowling resigned to go with family on a family move that way. So Jesse Bakey is going to be our new art teacher. So looking forward to having him on board that way. And then Christopher Dockham, who is also our new vocal music teacher from the past week. He is taking place at Derek Street event. He is also going to be doing the high school musical this year that way. So that'll be coming up in the fall as well. So as we're getting close to school, things are really starting to get going here. I don't want to scare anybody, but it's a little over a month. We'll be starting up school at least with teachers, and then a month and about a week we'll be starting up with students, which is kind of scary. We talked a little bit about curriculum that way and what we're teaching that way, and the board really expressed an interest in being as innovative as we've been in the past and continue that innovation with Bellevue Big, the Google Time, passion projects, tech math, all different things like that are allowing our students to learn real skills along with the real life course, which has an aspect of financial literacy or economics, family consumer science, the cooking and things like that, along with just some auto and home repair. And I want to read you a quote here from the book Most Likely to Succeed that I've talked about before, and maybe I've shared this before as well, but I think it's worth sharing again. Students who only know how to perform well in today's education system, get good grades and test scores and earn degrees, will no longer be those who are most likely to succeed. Thriving in the 21st century will require real competencies far more than academic credentials. And we talked a lot about that. On our website, the comment highlights are on there on the superintendent's page. There's a link on Facebook and a link on Twitter as well for that. That goes through our graduation rates and plans of graduates. Okay, I planned on doing this when I graduated. I did this, or I didn't do this. Well, where are our students at? We can say we have 85, 90% of students attending college, or 100%. Well, how many actually do? How many actually complete? And you'll see some data there, some things I'll share with you right now. Just going back a couple years here, about 3 years. Class of 2013, over 80% of our students said they plan to attend college. At this time, 71.2% either are in college or graduate from college as of June 2016. So what our students said they're going to do as a whole turned out that way. State averages, just so you know, and I'm talking about 71% there, which is about an average for us. Actually, it's probably a little higher than that. State averages are 45% of students graduate in 4 years, and 68% graduate in 6 years who said they plan on going to college. So that's pretty, we're definitely above that rate that way, and that's something to be proud of. But I think we also need to recognize, what are we doing to prepare students for college, for life, what kind of character, what kind of perseverance. I'll talk about grit, or that resiliency factor of keeping with something towards the end of the talk today, but wanted to let you know that. That information is online, and you're more than welcome to look at that on the Bellevue site that way. We also talked about Iowa School Board Association legislative priorities. We always are looking to do those, present those to the Iowa Association of School Boards. Some we looked at this year and are recommending that the school board really pursues that way at a state level as school funding policy, state supplemental aid, set it ahead of time so we know how much money we're going to have for the future year. The state penny, that 1 cent money, renew it in some manner. Was approved all for schools. You can make an argument, and the argument has been made, we should take some of that money and put it towards water quality. Difference of opinions there possibly among people, but ultimately we need some money for schools for infrastructure needs and things like that. I think people are willing to work with everyone together on that. And then the aspect of mental health and helping students in schools with mental health issues and providing services for them, because that impacts not only their education, but it also impacts their future as they move on from school and throughout their entire lives, and also providing services to families. School transportation updates. We did reduce one bus route this year, and that's based on just the amount of students and where students are living at now. So we are rearranging some people. Some families affected by that, impacted by that, will be notified at registration time about that. If you have a question, feel free to let us know. The board is also looking to discontinue our elementary in-town transportation that we started a few years ago based on the amount of need. At one time, there's a strong need there. At this time, there's really a very small need as a whole that people were requesting that, and it's also not a budget positive for us. It's a negative in multiple ways. So just wanting you to recognize that. We're letting people know about that as well. Common school finance information. I just shared some things. We need to look at what enrollment is as we move into the beginning of next year and we'll have a rough idea of that over the first few days of school, and with the official count day being in October that way. But we'll look at that and see what we have to do based on that, or to make the most of our resources and impact our students in the best possible way. Also improve level 1 and level 2 investigators, the principals being level 1 investigators, level 2 investigator being the police chief in Bellevue. Board policy review, we've talked about that in the past too, just some basic things we need to review for board policies and update. Summer work, some things going on with that. We're redoing the sidewalk on the north side of the elementary, kind of across the street from the fire department. The city is actually going to pay for part of that based upon the fire department parks there during fire calls, and it needs to be a stronger cement than what's there right now. So that's been a great collaborative relationship with the city. I just want to compliment them for everything they're willing to work with people, with the school here and many other entities in the community to make the city or the community the best it can be. I just want to take a moment to say that. We're also doing some other parts of the elementary sidewalk down there too. We're looking at the basketball court area across the street from the elementary, across 3rd Street. We're looking at putting a green area in there eventually. All the cement needs to be removed. It's, as I call it, it's Bellevue Lake right now when it rains heavy, so we need to do some improvements there. We will need to do some work on the roof at the middle school area specifically, so that is something we'll be working on in the future as well, probably next summer. That will be a major expense. So also some other things in the plan that way in the future, the music room, a renovation of our current music room to make things better there, and then possibly some updates to the elementary cafeteria, elementary playground, some other areas like that. Professional learning overview, we kind of talked about some basic things from a professional learning conference, and it really comes down to 4 basic questions here in my mind, and they're actually pretty easy questions. What do we expect students to learn? How do we know they're learning it? What are we going to do if they don't learn it? And what about the students who already know it? We're going to make them sit there and go through it anyway? That's really not the right thing to do in my mind. So we've had a lot of discussion about that, and our teachers are very excited to get working on that, or continue to work on that way, just refining it and keeping that as a focus area too, and having that passion for every student and making it a personalized learning environment for every student in so many ways. Finally, I talked about summer camp overview. We talked about the academy here now. From students from across the United States, and they're actually traveling across the United States right now. But we also have a basketball camp going on, we'll have a football camp going on, we'll have a volleyball camp going on, we'll have a band camp going on. For our own students, a lot of different things happening that way. So I want to let everyone know that. Also, the FBLA members I shared some of their thank you letters with the board for the support in going to the FBLA, the Future Business Leaders of America Conference in Atlanta recently. And our next meeting will be Monday, August 8th at 6:30. I want to just share a quick excerpt from the book Grit here by Angela Duckworth. If you're online and you want to look at a good TED Talk, Angela Duckworth has a very good one called Grit that way. I just want to read one thing here for you about skill and talent. We talk about skill and talent and then utilizing skill. According to Angela Duckworth, would say, I would add that skill is not the same thing as achievement either. Without effort, your talent is nothing more than your unmet potential. Without effort, your skill is nothing more than what you could have done but didn't. With effort, talent becomes skill, and at the very same time, effort makes skill productive. It kind of comes down to the whole part. Also, she talks here at the back of the book, or a review of the book, talking here about the aspect that character and perseverance are absolutely vital for success in life. And I think that's something very important to remember. So I want to take a moment to share that. I'll be sharing some things online from this book as well as I continue reading it, but wanted to share that with everyone. So if everyone has a great summer, continued nice weather. I'll be back in a couple weeks, or probably a couple weeks, with another update, and we'll go from there. If you have any questions, feel free to contact the school at any time. Have a great one, everyone.